When you get bored, it's easy to want something or anything to happen, just so life can be a little more exciting. I made that wish once, and it came true. But now I'd rather wish I hadn't. I would much prefer a whole day spent doing nothing over what happened in 2020. Me and my friends were using the Raندonnotica app, which generates random coordinates in a set area. The whole point is to go there and find out what happens. We set the app to pick locations anywhere in the city of Seattle, but the first pin it put down wasn't far away at all. In fact, as soon as we saw it on the map, we all knew where it was. It was the Alki Beach Pier, which since we lived in the neighborhood right off that beach, we'd all been to it plenty of times. It was close by, and it had always been fun in the past. So we agreed with the app and drove to go check it out. All we were doing was hanging out and getting up to stuff, and we had all day, so we could start with something chill like the pier. It was better than sitting at home, or so we thought. At first glance, everything seemed normal for Alki Beach at the time, although a lot less people were out than usual, but that made it even nicer, honestly. It almost felt like we were the only people there, like everybody was completely turning their backs on this beautiful day and we were the only ones outside appreciating it. But then, not long after we got there, I saw something in the rocks beneath the pier. I pointed it out to everyone immediately, not realizing that it was anything more than litter at the time.
Hey guys, look! A suitcase. What? Look! See? What the heck? Who would leave that here? It probably washed up. I mean, who takes their luggage to the beach? Well, who throws their luggage overboard off a ferry? It's probably some hobo's house. Oh my god, be respectful. I was just kidding. Obviously, a person couldn't fit inside of that. It's way too small.
Oh really? I don't know. There could be anything in there. Could be a bunch of mafia money. Or like kilos or bricks or something.
Kilos? Bricks? What are you talking about?
I'm just saying there could be anything in there. Like, what if it's full of diamonds?
Psh, I wouldn't have diamonds in it. That's ridiculous.
We'll never know unless we go down there and open it.
Well, I'm not opening it.
Oh yeah? 1, 2, 3, not it!
Not it, not it. Oh, come on. Fine.
Come on, do it for TikTok.
Yeah, do it for TikTok.
Even then, there was something telling me I shouldn't do it. But with the camera pointed at my face and all my friends looking at me, I felt like I had to. 2 of them climbed down the rocks with me, the boy filming and his little girlfriend who must have also been feeling adventurous that day. The bay almost always has a kind of stink to it, the watery scent of oil and algae and bird poop. As someone who grew up smelling it, I've grown to enjoy it honestly. But there was something else in the air that day. Something nasty and rotten that I was smelling the second I started climbing down.
Come on, hurry up. Give me a second. I don't want to slip.
The tide had just gone out, so all the rocks were freshly wet and slicked, and the suitcase was lodged in the rocks pretty far out there, almost to the end of the pier. I made it eventually, though. Unfortunately, when I got close to it, I knew it was the source of that putrid smell that hit me earlier. Still, the video was waiting for me to make it. All my friends were egging me on to open it. I reached over and pulled the zipper open just a few inches, and then I was immediately smacked in the face by the worst thing I've ever smelled. I gagged immediately and almost fell into the crevices of the rocks.
Oh god, it smells so bad.
Yeah, open it some more.
Just grab a stick or something.
Not wanting to touch it directly with my hands, I looked around and luckily found a nice piece of driftwood to poke it with. Using that, I managed to open the zipper a bit more and started to turn a flap over.
It's just a plastic bag. What do you mean? That's it? Yeah, like a garbage bag.
All of a sudden, the wind shifted and I became completely overpowered by the foul odor emanating from that thing. I couldn't stand it any longer. I threw the stick away and backed down.
I can't. Well, I can't even stomach it. Fine. I'll open it, you wimp.
I was glad I was off the hook. I didn't care if they made fun of me for it later. I didn't say it then, but I also felt something disgusting inside the bag. But since I just poked it with a stick, I had no idea what it was. My friend took my place and pulled the flap open some more. Now it was clear that there was something inside the garbage bag, and together they'd been stuffed into the suitcase, but we still didn't know what. She found another stick and slowly reached over to poke it. I watched her do it, and right as she did, her face turned white as a sheet. She dropped everything. Her mean girl attitude was gone, and now she was just as mortified as me. What is it?
And just don't touch it. We shouldn't have messed with it, and we should stop before we get involved in something bad. I'm calling the police.
Ooh, drama.
Turn off the camera already!
The odds of a story like this happening may seem astronomical, but it is true. In June of 2020, several teenagers from Seattle, Washington were passing the time using the Randonautica app, which produces random coordinates for the users to travel to at their own risk. These unsuspecting users were led to a familiar beach in their hometown, only to make a grim discovery: human remains. Just a few days prior, a man named Michael Lee Dudley had evicted the two previous tenants of a spare bedroom, ending their lives in a fit of rage and going through great lengths to cover it up. The remains of the victims were dismembered and packed into garbage bags, then concealed in suitcases, then thrown into the bay not far from their old home. But it just so happened that they would end up being discovered in the most unlikely of ways. If they hadn't been, it's possible that this crime would have gone unsolved. However, unfortunately for the privacy of the victims' families, those who discovered the first suitcase were somehow compelled to post videos of it to TikTok, thus launching the case into viral fame.